Hey there, Wastelanders, it's Brother Mike, and thank you so much for joining me. Today, we're going to talk about what it means to be a Fallout 3 purist in today's Sit Down Sunday. So, if you don't know how this works, I press record while we're in the office and I just ramble about something. Now, something I've brought up in a few of my videos and have said in a lot of my live streams is that I am a Fallout 3 purist. Now, what do you mean by that? Why, what do I mean? I mean that there's something about what Fallout 3 encapsulates. The vibe, the setting, the humor, and the story, which makes me love it so much. Now, yes, there is obviously some glaring issues, and by today's standards, some could say it's not a good game or it doesn't even hold up to Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 4. But there's something there. And also, its DLCs are some of the biggest hitters in the franchise, if in my opinion. Point Lookout is quite literally the best DLC that Bethesda has ever made, besides obviously the Shivering Isles in Oblivion. But there's just something about Fallout 3, the mood, the tone. Now, yes, you do have to get over the green tinge that is Fallout 3, and that may all amount to just this game designer literally being colorblind. But there's something just so special about it. Everything from Tenpenny Tower to Moira Brown to the Underworld is done so perfectly. And I think, to be honest, it encapsulates the wasteland and the horrors, but the comedy of the Fallout wasteland better than Fallout 4 or New Vegas, and probably better than... Now, the only game I'd say that rivals its goofiness and randomness of the wasteland is Fallout 76, and that's purely just because of the way Fallout 76 is. Now, I'm not throwing any shade to Fallout 76. I love Fallout 76. There's not a single Fallout game that I don't like, but I am a Fallout 3 purist, a Fallout 3 fanboy. But I'm coining this this term, Fallout 3 purist, because there's something about that Fallout 3 magic. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, I can hop in a Fallout 3 playthrough at any point, even if I've left it for a year, and I will enjoy the quests. Now, yes, the story is linear, and it really doesn't give you a choice in the greater terms. Yes, you can choose to stick with the Enclave in the end and put the FEV in the water, which will hurt all the mutated creatures, but you don't really get to see that come to, like, fruition. You don't get to see that come to light, really. You see them getting sick and such, but it's pretty linear. But the side quests, the pit, Point Lookout, I mean, even though it does have, in my opinion, a dungeon of a DLC, the Zayden DLC, even that DLC has some really cool characters and strong lore that happens in the background. The pit, its world building, just the way it looks, it's beautiful. And even though, yes, these graphics are outdated and it's basically Oblivion Skyrim, there's something to love about Fallout 3. And without Fallout 3, we wouldn't have Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, the Fallout Shelter, Fallout 76, the Fallout show. This is really what started it all. Now, you could say, well, what about the first two? Do you think there'd be a Fallout show if the first two were the only Fallouts that were made? No. It wouldn't be. We have to first look to Bethesda. Without Bethesda, we wouldn't have all the Fallout that we have today. And that's that. Oopsies, I accidentally cut myself off. But there's just something about the world that is so beautiful. From Sharon to Dave in Dave's Republic. Now, there are some serious issues going on, helping free the slaves or helping capture them. You can really, really be evil in this game. That's one thing that they let you do, is this good or bad. And there's some really evil choices. You can nuke a whole city. Or you can try and help ghouls live among civilized people just for those ghouls to turn on them. So were those civilized people right in the end? Are they just a bunch of savages? There's a lot of moral complications. Now, yes, it's more bland. Yes, there's some things that are more copy and paste. But I'm not looking at gameplay when I say this. I'm looking at the story. That's something I love and adore with each and every Fallout game, is the stories they're able to tell in the multiple random stories. If it isn't with Riley's Rangers or with Elder Lion's Brotherhood or with what's going on at the pit and how its leader wants to bring an end to this disease, but he knows that he needs slavery to do so, and that if he's potentially able to rid them of this disease, get rid of the troglodytes, that there may be hope for the pit. And Desmond in the great game, oh my gosh. Do you want to talk about the most peak quests? The most peak ghoul in all of Fallout? The ghoul has literally nothing on Desmond. And I hope we get to see more of Desmond later on in the franchise. And that's one thing I'm so happy we're seeing with the Fallout show, is players in this great game. Mr. House was a player in the great game. And now you could even say that Hank and Vault-Tec was one of the biggest players in the great game. I mean, even Betty says it herself. There is just so much. It started that. It started everything. And without Fallout 3 and the beauty of Fallout 3 and what Fallout 3 made people feel, we wouldn't have the franchise that we love today, which is why I love Fallout 3 so much. And everything from Fort Constantine and the random... You're traveling the wasteland and a little kid runs up to you. I need help. The ants killed my family. And the first time you play it, you're like, what? And you go to the place and there's ants breathing fire. What? There's just that wackiness that they master so perfectly while still being serious. While Fallout New Vegas really handles that serious tone and has those funny moments, it's more serious. There's more something going on with the world. But you look at how just with Elder Lions and the outcasts and this actual, you can see something unfolding in real time. And then of course they elaborate on that in Fallout 4. There's so many things. I could ramble realistically for an hour about how beautiful Fallout 3 is. Stealing the Declaration of Independence, meeting Thomas Jefferson down there and being able to either kill him or convince him to give you it or to forge a new one. There's just so many hidden gems. Some of the... going to that town and them all being cannibals and the old man warning you. Tranquility Lane, one of the most iconic Fallout things ever. Every single game since then has referenced Tranquility Lane and the pint-sized slasher and Betty down there. There's just so much. It's so beautiful. The game, even though it doesn't hold up in today's standards, there's that beauty to it. There's a beauty to its design, to its world, how some of the most random interactions you'll have, or getting destroyed by that super mutant behemoth because you didn't pick up the Fat Man launcher. There are so many... 3 Dog. There's just so many things to love about the game, and there's not that much to hate. Yes, it's jank. Yes, they're just dungeons at the end of the day, and there isn't that many cool parts to them. But that's what Fallout is. It's dungeons while getting lore along the way to end up killing a boss to get more lore, just for you to learn a whole story that happened in this place before the bombs even blew up and the raiders moved in. So that's a little bit of why I love Fallout. And also, Liam Neeson is your dad. Can't get much better than that. It really can't. Yes, there's Preston Garvey. Yes, there's Mr. New Vegas and Mr. House. But while Mr. House is my favorite character in all of Fallout, and I love him more than anything, There's just something about that Fallout 3 charm. The antagonizer versus the mechanists. What the heck? What is that? You just stroll in a town and there's two superheroes just going at it? It's hilarious. And to see that those superheroes live on in the future, it's beautiful. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about for today's Sit Down Sunday. I hope all of you have had a wonderful week, and I hope this upcoming week you have another wonderful one as well. I will be live tonight around 11 to 11:30 p.m. Eastern, so catch me there. We'll probably be playing some Kingdom Come 2 Deliverance. I will be streaming the next 2 days as well. I think we'll be playing some Fallout 4 hardcore survival potentially, or maybe even some New Vegas. But if you enjoyed today's video, why don't you consider giving me a follow or a subscribe, and if you haven't already liked the video. Yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and with all of that being said, you don't forget, you are cared for, you are loved, and you stay safe out there, Wastelanders.